This is the driving video on our Maserati Spyder 2004 with 14,000 miles. Here we go. We're going to take a right here. It's up under there. Second gear and third gear. Fourth gear. I'm going to move the papers. Sorry guys. That was a mistake. Without crashing. I'm going to put your leg against this so it doesn't move.
Yeah, we're good.
Any solution works. Beautiful. Just so many service records, guys, that they flop around when you drive. Okay. Fourth gear, 3,000 RPM, 4,000 RPM shift up flawlessly. I'm going to close the windows here. Guys, take note, these buttons are in excellent condition. Downshifting to fourth, downshifting to third, downshifting to second. And in second, here we go. Giving it gas. 4K RPM shift. 4K shift. Beautiful. Another shift. And that's 60, guys. Drives great. I'm going to show you something fun. Grab both paddles, pull them in, puts your car in neutral. So if you come to a stop, you don't need to downshift. And now you also won't be burning up a clutch by sitting in first gear while you're stopped. So putting it back into gear, you just hit the up paddle. One time we'll put it back in first, and then it kind of starts just like you would in a manual. Soft, gentle engagement of that clutch. And then shift into second, and third. There we go. Fourth, fifth, and sixth. There we go. We're in sixth, cruising at 65. Shut off auto. There we go. Beautiful. Downshift back into fifth. So one of the left side. And another downshift back to fourth. There you go. And up to fifth. Hit the brakes. They feel really solid. Brand new tires all around. Again, down into fourth again. Going around this corner. Tons of power. Engine sounds awesome. So nice. Up into fifth. And into sixth. Beautiful. We're going to downshift coming through this corner back into fourth. And back up into fifth. Really going through the gears here so you guys can get a good sense of how this transmission should be shifted. A lot of people don't really understand these transmissions, and I think that's why they get such a bad rap. If you understand how to use one, you got to remember you're driving a manual transmission, not an automatic transmission. They're a pleasure to own, versus if you come into them thinking you're driving an automatic transmission, they're just not automatic transmissions. John, our expert photographer who shot this car for you guys, has extensive experience with these. He worked at McLaren for a while and sees lots of this kind of stuff. And we upshift again. Sounds so good. Wow. And brakes coming into the corner, downshifting, fourth. Phenomenal. Drives so well. Back to fifth. A pleasure to drive. We're going to do a turnaround here. A couple downshifts. We'll do a little UE. Second, we're going to throw it back into first. And we're golden. First. Beautiful. Any thoughts, John, on how this car should be driven?
Well, you're basically driving it like it's a manual without the clutch pedal. So when you're upshifting, you let off the throttle, click into gear, and then reapply the throttle smoothly like you would be if you were driving a typical stick.
Yeah.
And like
Go ahead.
Like Joey said, the reason that a lot of these cars and, you know, a single clutch gearbox gets a bad reputation is people who might be used to driving a dual clutch transmission where you just keep your foot pinned and click through the gears. That's going to be a very unpleasant experience if you're driving this car like that. So just some food for thought for this car and
Other
really
similar cars.
any single clutch paddle shift gearbox. To drive it smoothly, just basically treat it like it is a manual, because effectively that's
What it is.
what it is.
It's just
So
automated.
you just have to reprogram yourself. You don't have to expect the car to do all that for you.
Correct. And also, that's a factor. Like, you'll see some of these where they'll go through a clutch every 5,000 miles, and you go, why is that? Some of them are getting 60,000 miles on the same clutch. It totally comes down to how you drive the car. So, as the owner of this very thoroughly explained to us, he drives it like a manual, versus if someone comes into this car and they're the sixth owner on one of these, they have no idea how to use it and they're looking for a joyride, so they rip it while it's shifting and you're burning the clutch, which is nuts. But strong clutch at 6,000 RPM, runs flawlessly. Any other thoughts?
Just enjoying a nice day right now.
It sounds great. I hope you guys can hear that. It's so much power. Really great engine. No lights, no warnings of any kind. If you want to show them the dash here real quick.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Fourth gear shifting down to third gear. No lights, no codes, nothing. Runs flawlessly. Odometer works as it should. This radio, that's impressive. This one's really been kept. We have 20 some service records on Carfax. Plenty of service records in the documentation. Original window sticker, books, owner's manual. You saw all that? Did you find all that, John?
Really gonna put me on the spot in the middle of the video?
I really hope you got all that. Anyways, if you didn't, it's in the trunk. There's an owner's manual, original window sticker, books, records, everything. So this car is through and through, really a garage queen. Hasn't been left outside. Operates as it should. Drives phenomenally. There are plenty of Maseratis you should stay away from and run from. This is not one of them. And the difference between a nice one and a not nice one is so drastic. So I hope you guys come to appreciate what we have presented here. Again, when you're coming to a stop, throw it in neutral by hitting both left and right shifters. And then when you're ready to go again, put it into first gear with the right shifter. Wow, I slammed on those brakes. That's some serious braking right there. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.